Right now, Bitcoin is seeing a little bit of rejection right along the $40,000 price level. And zooming back to the daily chart, what's very interesting is that Bitcoin is currently going along almost exactly with what I discussed in my video from 3 days ago. So in today's video, we're going to be taking an even deeper dive into what I'm expecting for the markets over the next couple months. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be talking about my prediction for Bitcoin. Looking at the homepage of Cryptowatch, we can see that everything saw a really nice bounce back today, but we just saw a little bit of rejection for Bitcoin and everything is starting to pull back a little bit. And before we get started, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and make sure you have the bell button selected. And over the past week, I've had a couple very key videos that discussed exactly what I expect from the Bitcoin market. The first key video being a 90% chance that Bitcoin will do this. And we discussed that Bitcoin would very likely see a 30% pullback before a sideways consolidation and then a rally up again. And I made another video 3 days ago that discussed my exact price prediction for Bitcoin. And I said in that video we would very likely bounce off of 30K, retest 40K, and then trade sideways, which is exactly what we're doing right now. So let's take a few moments to watch some clips from both of those videos to see where we are. Most likely, we're going to be breaking these short-term trend lines on the way up to create larger scale trends. This is very classic Bitcoin behavior. It happens in every single bull market. A lot of people are probably wondering, Kevin, should I be selling right now? Should I be dumping my Bitcoin if we're going to go to 26K? Well, guys, if you sell right now, you may miss out on a major recovery bounce back to potentially as high as 40K, right? During this consolidation. And overall, I don't think it's a good idea to be getting out of the market necessarily. I think the best idea would be to get more cash prepared for the next major drop in price before the next major run up. So I just want to make a quick disclaimer that even though Bitcoin right now is playing out what I discussed in that video, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna happen, right? Nothing is guaranteed and anything can change. And to be quite honest, I would love for my prediction to be wrong. I would love for Bitcoin to just keep mooning, right? To just keep breaking into new all-time highs. But as I discussed in that video, getting a sideways consolidation after a 30% dump is very characteristic of Bitcoin. And the reason I made this prediction is because I have a lot of experience in this market and I've watched Bitcoin play out these exact types of moves many, many times throughout the past couple cycles. So before we get into the details, one thing I want to make very clear is that according to my long-term prediction here, using the stock to flow model and mapping out the most common outcomes for bull and bear markets here, right? As you can see on this model that I have on the screen. One thing I want to make very clear is that selling Bitcoin below 50K during this bull market, in my opinion, really doesn't make sense. Trying to time the market to sell now and buy back a little bit lower so that you can ride the next pump, in my opinion, it doesn't really make sense. If you're in this for the long term, if you have long-term conviction for Bitcoin and crypto market, then you should probably just be looking to add to your positions to accumulate more, not trying to time the market, not trying to, time Kevin's prediction or whatever, right? Because again, this doesn't have to play out. It may not play out. And Bitcoin is currently within the growth zone. In my opinion, sub 50K levels are a once in a lifetime buy zone. Just like in 2017, after Bitcoin broke the previous $1,200 all-time high, it was a once in a lifetime buy zone below 3,100 before never seeing those prices ever again. So people are gonna say, Kev, do you think I should sell to buy back lower? Personally, I don't think so. I think you should just be focused on accumulation. Focus on increasing the amount of coins in your portfolio, getting more cash to buy the next potential dip. That's all I'm saying here, right? That's all I'm saying. And I don't think you should be afraid of the volatility. This is all very normal for Bitcoin. Even if we do play out something like this, it's just normal market activity. In looking at the daily chart for Bitcoin once again, the reason I came up with this symmetrical triangle sideways consolidation before one last dump and then running back up to new all-time highs again, the reason this is what I'm expecting is because that was the most common type of market structure for Bitcoin in previous bull markets. Taking a look at 2017, we did this multiple times on the way up. And even below the previous all-time high, we did this multiple times. We create these large-scale parabolic advances where Bitcoin goes parabolic in the short term, trades sideways, and then has one final pullback before running up again. And it happens time and time again throughout most Bitcoin bull markets. It's very, very common market structure for Bitcoin. So that is what I'm looking for now. This is what's most characteristic of Bitcoin. And looking at the weekly chart again, I think we could easily see Bitcoin trade sideways for a couple weeks before one pullback and then running up again. And I think that that could be potentially your last buy opportunity for Bitcoin below 50K, potentially for a lifetime, guys. For a lifetime. So don't squander your positions. So all I'm really trying to say here, guys, is just get cash prepared to buy the dip. So don't be afraid of this. This is all normal, and I think Bitcoin is going to be smashing above these levels in the next couple months once again. Now, something else I discussed here on this channel. The other day, I said, Bitcoin sideways, alt season coming, are you ready? And I do think that this sideways action that I'm discussing for Bitcoin right now may very well usher in the first major alt season of 2021. So I would like to take a look at Bitcoin dominance on the weekly chart to discuss the last bull market and when the first major alt seasons really started to kick in. And so let's go back in time here. 2017, when did we see one of the first major alt seasons occur? From April going into June, Bitcoin dominance dropped 30%. And then from June going into July, Bitcoin dominance lost, nearly another 30%. And what was happening to Bitcoin as it was going from April, May, June, July? Well, let's take a look at the long-term chart once again. Going back in time here to 2017, we saw Bitcoin make its first breakout into a new all-time high. It hit a peak price, traded sideways before seeing one final dump and then a rally. And in that time, during that parabolic advance, Bitcoin dominance lost nearly 60% over the creation of that first parabolic advance. And I believe that if Bitcoin is going to trade sideways, as depicted here on this channel multiple times now, then very likely Bitcoin dominance is probably going to see a massive pullback. Bitcoin is going to lose a ton of dominance as we're trading sideways, and this could usher in the first major alt season of 2021. So this is what I'm looking for right now. And as we know, when Bitcoin trades sideways, market participants take their Bitcoin and they speculate on altcoins to find other ways to make money while the Bitcoin action is slowing down. Am I saying that you should spend your Bitcoin on altcoins? Absolutely not. Not owning Bitcoin is a risk. You should always have Bitcoin in your portfolio. Right? You should always have Bitcoin, you should always have Ethereum in your portfolio, no matter what. Don't make irresponsible decisions, don't squander your positions. A lot of us were buying Bitcoin at really, really low prices, and there's no reason to be selling or speculating with your Bitcoin on altcoins. If you're gonna speculate on altcoins, use other cash, outside cash, extra cash to maybe buy some altcoins. So guys, just be prepared for this. Now, right now, as Bitcoin is getting some rejection here today, right now we are seeing the altcoins dumping a little bit with Bitcoin. And this is quite normal because the market is a little bit uncertain about the future here. People aren't totally sure what's going to happen. But if we do play out this sideways action, as Bitcoin is stabilizing, very likely money is going to trickle out of Bitcoin into the altcoins. And this is fuel for alt season. So if my recent predictions have been helping you guys, if you guys enjoy the content, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want to analyze the stock to flow model on your charts, sign up with the Cryptowatch platform using that link below. It's totally free. And if you go to the analysis drop-down tab, you just go down to stock to flow, and there you yourself can analyze the stock to flow model. And if you want to get ready for alt season and you want to see what altcoins I'm accumulating, join Patreon. This is a limited time offer. You will not be able to get the $35 a month price forever. In the next couple months, this price will be raised to $50 a month, so definitely take it while you can. These Patreon slots have been filling up like crazy recently, and I just added multiple new altcoins to my public portfolio, which you have access to here in Patreon. Join today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.